We need to become conscious of these motivations and decide with the discernment what is a good advertisement, what is a bad advertisement. You know, in your film you talk about, or some of your experts talk about, how we can't, basically in a free market or in a system of selling a vase or selling a car or selling a house or, getting our kidney taken out, we can't trust anyone. Well, no, we need to learn to investigate and go to references. And, that's why within the past we had brand names, a sewing machine that was known to last longer and be better. That way, if this is not free market, slave goods coming in from China that fall apart in 5 minutes. And so I disagree with that fundamentally. And there's just so much I disagree. Let me stop you. I disagree so much fundamentally, with saying we just can't trust the free market in products and goods because people have a reason to lie to you, to sell you crap because somebody might have something better, and then that stops people from progressing, when it is the limited free market, though invaded and corrupted, monopolies through government help, that have been set up, that we do have societal development, technological development, because people do want gain by their inventions, and they do want the prestige, and it has been our competitive Renaissance free market, the yeoman farmer becoming a tinkerer, becoming an engineer, turning loose the native intelligence of the commoners that has created all the amazing things we see around us, but that's the byproduct of making us decadent and selfish in Madison Avenue through brainwashing to secure the elite as they try to come in with a counter-revolution to take over the Renaissance that has taken place. And so they have damaged and programmed the majority of the public. And so we need to, at a cellular level, those of us that are aware, try to wake up our friends, family, neighbors, communities, and at a cellular level, one cell at a time, heal the system with an exponential growth curve towards doing that.
Okay, let's step back to my original question, which was about the New World Order. So basically, I
told you what they are. They're hereditary kings who learned how to go underground.
I'm commenting on this. This is why I wanted to ask the question. Basically,
I thought you were posing it again. You said I go back to my original question.
No. I just want to go back and address it because you've gone on a nice tangent, which I appreciate, but you've moved away from what my original response was going to be.
Well, it's a complex world, takes complex solutions. I'm giving you actually analyzed information, things that have been thought out.
Of course. Well, let's
not general ideas.
Let me comment, if you don't mind. Basically, your assumption then on the New World Order is that you have to have the public to wake up to this elite group that are trying to dominate things, and then you have to prosecute them and put them in jail and take them out, and that will be the resolution, as you basically.
That will not be the total resolution, but yes, we have just like the Nazis, they had to be taken out, or finally, the Communist Chinese said Mao and his wife are nuts, killing everybody because they made a deal with these eugenicists in Europe. We got to arrest them. We got to arrest his wife.
Okay, well, here's a difference. I know you're going to disagree with it, but I think it's good for your audience to ponder this. The genetic basis, the heredity basis that you assume, is very much unsupported because, as I said, these secret societies are secret societies. They culminate who they bring in, and everyone is conditioned into a particular worldview. But the secret societies are also conditioned in and of themselves. Their conditioning comes from somewhere. And my point to you and to your audience is that the New World Order is not some elite sect of people. If you took out every single person at the top of the so-called...
The system is still there, and more people would step into those places like shark teeth. That's not what I said. I said take the consolidated, because that's how they've been conditioned, that's how the system's been set up, and they are coming from that same mindset. They want that power.
It's the environment, isn't it, Alex? It's the environment.
Well, I never said the environment wasn't part of all this.
I know you did.
But I'm saying we as a people are competitive, and you have malfunctioning here's an example. I try not to be that competitive and lift people up and bring them in, and then I find out as soon as they think they're a big shot, they turn around and attack, primitively thinking in competition, if they knock me, the king monkey, off in this movement, that somehow that will make them the king monkey. But that isn't the case, because in reality, I'm not even, the king monkey in all of this. So I'm saying competitiveness is a good thing overall. It just has to be, we have to be conscious of it, and we have to have rules and parameters in it, and then have a, playbook, basically, that societally we agree on, and that we're constantly changing. So I mean, this whole thing of trying to say that we innately aren't aggressive, and that we are. I mean, no matter what culture it is, little girls innately start going and building a camp and start breaking up wood and practicing making dinner. And, you can take a girl, I try with my girls, have them play with toy guns and army men and soccer and football. I want tomboys. And you know what? They don't like that. They go directly for the pink Barbie. And it isn't culture because they're not allowed to watch TV.
Well, I think I would have to see those instances and conditions. I mean, I can't relay this enough.
This is ridiculous. Why does a sperm whale go south in the winter? I mean, it is genetic. I mean, why do geese know how to fly according to the magnetic poles? You are saying
why do birds build a nest?
Yeah, exactly. You're saying instinct has nothing to do with it. This is
it's imprinting. It's imprinting. The bird builds a nest because it's born in a nest. You took a bird immediately out of the nest.
Oh my God!
This is what science
how does a garden spider know how to spin a web? I mean, what are you... let me tell you, bro, you got some major issues that are wrong, and I'm telling you're influential. You're influential, and that's a good thing, because the alternative needs to become, the majority, and I'm all for this, but I'm telling you, and I'm not even looking to argue with you here today. I'm just telling you, man, does the mommy spider teach the spider how to do that? Do elephant bulls fight with each other, for dominance, for the best mate, because they saw their daddy elephant fight?
No, because they live in scarcity, and that's what their instincts of survival have to culminate in order to survive in that
environment. Look, you can't take the spider out of the spider. You can't take the man out of the man.
Look, humans are very different from other organisms on this planet. We have the ability to think and create. Our instincts can be changed, whatever that means. There are no actual human instincts, and I have tons of science to back this up, especially the human being who is so malleable, so easy for influence. If you don't believe that, take a look at the news and how
you're missing it. I agree with you. I believe that separates us from the rest of the animal kingdom.
And you say the competition and greed.
Hold on. Makes us innately different is that we can transcend and rapidly change, and we are not completely frozen into instinct like animals. I'm just saying that there are those two parts.
There are, but one is very much overshadows the other, and that is the conditioning. That is the environment. We have to change the environment if we expect the world to change. Ladies and gentlemen, you're not going to get anywhere by building more prisons, getting more police, and making more laws. I
agree with that. Well, stop. The social engineers want to put people in prisons because they own them, and they want to have slavery. So this is the way to legalize slavery and say, if we catch you with this compound that's addictive that we ship in, then we're going to put you in our slave pit. You're acting, you and your, because I've been watching your film and watching other people that support what you're saying, and it's the view that the elite are dumb and stupid, and they don't know what they're doing, and they're idiots, and more cops and more prisons aren't going to work. Of course it's working. More people in prison, more slavery, more control. It's working beautifully.
Sure, that's one angle to look at it, but nevertheless, the public is conditioned to think these institutions are actually true and real institutions. And not every stratified element of the prison system are a bunch of elites sitting there talking.
No, the low-level morons that have lost all their other factory jobs and want to work as prison guards in there. You're absolutely right. They've been forced through engineering into that evil economy, that corrupt, that bad, that anti-human, that suppressing. Grabbing some black kid because he was caught with cocaine the government shipped in when he's 14 years old because the MTV tells him it's cool with the bling culture, and throwing him in a tiny cell to now be trained how to be a hardcore criminal. That is evil against the human code of nurturing and growing and training and building and reaching for the stars. There is evil, and I will declare abortion evil. I will declare us special. I will declare us a divine species in the image of God, and I will not let the technocrats or anybody else tell me that, because I know we're going to the stars, and I know our destiny is great, and I know a little black kid having pesticide tested on them until they die is evil.
Sure, but that evil has a source, and that's what you fail to realize. And that source can be addressed through the environment and conditioned out of. And until you realize that, your irrational tirades are not going to help anything. You're going to be...
It's not irrational. It's not irrational. It is my instinct with the intellectual overlaid into the animal propulsion system to drive the species and to rally my fellow humans to come out of their cocoons and resist the tyranny.
Yeah, the us against them, of course, the us against them.
There is an us against them. There's always going to be Jeffrey Dahmers. There's always going to be Ted Turners. There's always going to be Albert Pikes. You're always going to need weapons because enemies are always going to come against you. There is going to be no utopia, ladies and gentlemen. We must stop being so trusting. It was talk of utopia that killed 200 million people in the last century. We're going to skip this break. Yeah! All right, go ahead. You got the floor.
Well, I'm glad we are having a discussion as opposed to a debate, Alex.
It is a discussion.
Well, sure.
Well, you've been engaging in low-level monkey behavior. You've been debating. Don't say I'm the only primitive.
No, I'm not debating. I'm trying to present ideas, but you keep cutting me off and projecting what you think is true.
I'm projecting but you know what is true.
Alex, let's be mature here. Are you going to?
Now, hold on. You're saying that what you're saying is a fact, and I'm projecting what I know to be true.
What I'm suggesting is it's been proven by evidence continuously. You have absolutely no proof that there's going to always.
That's a lawyer's statement. I'll give you proof all day. Proof of what? What proof do you seek?
You base your assumption on the fact that we've always lived in scarcity, yet you don't recognize that. You don't realize that the human...
Without that drive of scarcity, our key propulsion system is lost to go to the...